I'm Andy with Competitive Cyclist, and these are FSA's Compact, also known as shallow handlebars. We're big fans of shallow drop bars here at Competitive Cyclist. Why? Simple. They allow easier access to your brake and shift controls, and unlike so-called Ergo bars, they actually have room for your entire palm to contact the bar. Well, sort of. The Data Newton shallow drop bar is one of our best sellers by a country mile. It's light, it's stiff, and if you have campy ergo levers on your bike, it provides a nice flat transition from bar top to hood and a long flat section at the bottom. Oval Concepts has also cloned this bar in their A700 shallow drop. The problem I personally have with these bars is the bend between the top and the bottom. As you can see, when you slide your hand forward to access the controls, only the outsides of your palm are in contact with the bar. Some guys don't mind this, but for me, it's quite uncomfortable. Miraculously, the boys at FSA felt the same way and designed a new bar, and they called it the Compact. This design has a 125mm drop with a 4-degree sweep, which puts it about halfway between Ergo and shallow. Then, realizing the new creation would be in high demand, they released 3 different models: the Wing Pro Alloy, the K-Force Compact Carbon, and my personal choice, right here, the FSA Omega. There are several reasons why I love this drop. First and foremost, it facilitates full palm contact with the bar when you're close to the controls. For me, this is of critical importance because when you're on the rivet in a break or a sprint, you need to have a good, stable, but not white knuckle tight grip on the bars. If you don't have a, let's call it a lightly firm grip on the bars, then you'll feel less confident while braking and less confident while changing gears under pressure. Also, you don't have to keep an iron grip on the bars when descending. The added surface area of the bar means better control of the bike, especially at higher speeds and during more technical maneuvering. Another reason I love this bar is that when you hop on the bike and grab the drops, it simply puts your wrist in a more natural position. The more traditional shallow drops force you to roll your hands downward, which in my opinion compromises your stability and puts undue strain on your wrists. These bars also have a short reach of 80mm, which I like because I can run a slightly longer stem for that pro look, and I get a little more reach when I'm climbing without being way too stretched out when I do reach for the hoods. Before I got my first pair of FSA Compact bars, which were the Wing Pro Alloy, I simply didn't spend much time in the drops. I was certainly flexible enough and could hunker down when the time came to pull through or sprint for the county line, but I couldn't stay in the drops for more than a minute or so, and I was always fumbling for the shift lever because my hands were too far from it. Something just didn't feel right and I couldn't put my finger on it until I rode the FSA bars. As it turns out, I was just uncomfortable and I didn't know it. I remember the first time I sunk into the drops on the FSAs vividly. I leaned over, relaxed into the semi-elliptical drop, and thought I heard the Hallelujah chorus singing. There was no weird tension in my wrists, my knees weren't banging into my gut because I was bent way over in a deep drop bar, and I felt like I could take my bike right to the edge of its handling capabilities without going over because the front end of my bike finally felt smooth, stable, and most importantly, under control. As I mentioned, FSA makes a few versions of this bar. The Omega and Wing Pro are both alloy, and the K-Force Compact is carbon. All 3 are available in 31/8 by 40, 42, and 44, and the bars are measured center to center. They also feature a 120mm center section should you want to add your favorite clip-on aero bars, and yes, the carbon version will accept clip-ons. Thanks for taking the time to watch this review. If you have any questions about FSA bars or any other FSA component, or if there's another product you'd like to see us review, please give me a call or drop me a line at andy@competitivecyclist.com.